Welcome. My name is Emily Rogers, and I am the Member Education Manager here for the Hanover Co-op. I'd like to thank you for joining us today for our first Member Online Q&A forum. We'll be having 3 of these forums this April, and you can find the additional dates and times are available on our website at www.coopfoodstore.coop. Joining us today are members of the Co-op's Board of Directors and members of our leadership team. We have Rosemary Fifield, Board President, Paul Guidone, Interim General Manager, and Mark Langlois, Director of Finance. Before we begin, if you'd like to submit a question, please type your questions into the Q&A window at the bottom or top of your screen. I will pose these questions to the appropriate panelists during our open Q&A section. As we get started, Paul Guidone is going to give us an overview of the loan package. So I will turn things over to Paul now.
Thank you, Emily. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for taking your time to join us this afternoon as we go through this Q&A session. What this is about is we are respectfully requesting our members to approve a plan of financing so that we may secure financing that we need to cover a variety of strategic upgrades at our co-op, at all co-op locations over the next 5 years or so. This package includes a loan, which is not to exceed $3.6 million, an additional $1 million line of credit. Over this 5-year period, this will cover approximately 100 projects, with the greatest majority of them, fully 60%, occurring in the years of 2020 and 2021. It's highly likely that may get pushed back a little bit because of COVID, but that's what this loan is about, and that's why we respectfully request your approval. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. Right now, we're going to go through a list of the most frequently asked questions we've received from members. I'll be posing these questions to Mark Langlois, our Director of Finance. So Mark, one of the first questions we've received is, why the line of credit?
If there's unforeseen expenses associated with our infrastructure upgrades, we will be able to use this line of credit to complete projects. So it's for the unexpected.
And what are the upgrades?
Our teams at the co-op have worked together to map out our infrastructure needs over the next several years. These upgrades include refrigeration systems, improved IT networks, and extensive building improvements throughout the organization.
Why do we need this?
We depend on our equipment and facilities to maintain a safe and pleasant experience for shoppers. Proactively upgrading critical systems like refrigeration can help us save money by avoiding costly equipment failures and provides the opportunity for us to make more environmentally sound choices.
An additional question from our members are, why do this now?
Interest rates are low. By securing a loan now, we will save over the long run.
And will this cause prices to go up at the co-op?
No, this loan will not impact prices at the co-op.
Emily, this is Paul. May I add something to what Mark said as to why do this now?
Of course.
Thank you. I think it's important for our members to know that the equipment that we're talking about is over 20 years old. This equipment has been failing on a regular basis and needs to be replaced on an ongoing basis. To do so is pretty inefficient. To treat it as a project and to secure the financing that Mark was talking about makes a much more sensible long-term plan for us to follow on a strategic basis. So when you're looking at refrigeration and you are in the food business, and that's to a large extent what the majority of this money is going to go towards, approximately just under $2.5 million of the money that we're looking to raise will replace old, outdated refrigeration units. Well, if you're in the food business and you have outdated refrigeration equipment, you can't wait for an environment that's good or better than the one we're in to replace it. People need to eat, people need to shop. We need to be able to refrigerate the food and deliver it to our customers when they need it, not when our systems are up and running and available. Just wanted to add that for the benefit of everyone, Emily.
Thank you, Paul. That was great. Where will the financing come from?
The financing will come from an area bank.
If I may as well, this is Paul. The institution that which will be providing the financing, as Mark says, is an area bank. It is the subsidiary of a large multinational organization. It has very deep capital base. So we are an attractive client for them. And accordingly, the terms are reflective of that.
Thank you, Paul.
And not to be too mysterious about it, Emily, actually, for the benefit of those who are listening, the loan is not closed, which is why we are not giving the name of the institution. We haven't, because the loan has been approved by members, we haven't closed the loan, and we don't want it to be out in public information. But this is an extremely well-capitalized financial institution. There is absolutely zero concern about its financial backing and whether or not, if it happened to come upon hard times, would it put us in any jeopardy of trying to call a loan earlier or things of that nature. It is very, very well capitalized institution.
At this time, we'd like to thank our members for joining us today. We invite you, if you have any additional questions, please reach out to us at comment@coopfoodstore.com.